It is football season, and there is no better excuse to snack the day away than to watch football, lay around, be lazy, and cheer on your favorite team. Today, I want to share with you some of our favorite snacks. We're going to start with stuffed jalapenos wrapped in sweet bacon. We're going to put a spin on some brownie bites. We're going to bake some wings. We're going to make a sweet tea cherry limeade. And of course, have all the little condiments to go with it. So let's jump right in and get our stuffed jalapenos all wrapped up. I've taken the tops off the jalapenos and I am taking out the seeds and as much of the veins as I can get. And I do this with a spoon. And I always forget whether to start at the bottom or start at the pointy end. But it works better if you start at the pointy end and then just scrape down the vein and you'll get most of the seeds and things out. Not all, but most. Of course, if you like the heat, then leave it all in. Now to an 8-ounce package of softened cream cheese, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of tahini. I'm going to mix it all in real good before I start stuffing the peppers. Nothing fancy about this. You kind of just get a blob on the spoon and roll it off into the pepper. And spread it out best you can to get it from top to bottom. Now I prefer to wrap my jalapenos with a thin sliced bacon, but on this day apparently I picked up a thick sliced and it works just fine. So I'm going to put them back down on my baking sheet, trying to get the last bit of the bacon on the bottom so it won't come unwrapped. And these will bake in a 375-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until the bacon is nice and crispy. It's not a party without something sweet, and this is no time to make an exception. So we are making some butterscotch brownie bites. Yay! So in my bowl I have 2 cups of flour, and to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to combine that a little bit. And then to that, we're going to add all of our other things. We have 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Should we get all that in there? All right, got that. I've got 1 egg, 1 little egg. I don't want the shell, just the egg. There we go. All right, 1 egg. I have a tablespoon of vanilla. The big one, tablespoon. Tablespoon of vanilla. And this is 1 cup of melted butter that's been cooling for a little while. Get that mixing. It's only going to take a minute to combine this real well. All right. Now let's add our butterscotch bits. I add about 1.5 cups. This is my 2-cup measure. Spread the whole package. That's just how we roll. Let that combine real well. Don't want to overdo it. Get all that down in there. Out of the way. Now we're going to use a little muffin tin. And I want these to be bite-sized so they're easy to pick up. So I'm going to take my favorite little cookie scoop, scoop some in each one. Just like that. One down, 23 to go. Nice. We've got enough for a whole nother batch. Some of these on there so it doesn't burn on the pan maybe. These are going to cook at 350 for about 10 minutes, and we'll keep an eye on them. Decided to put the rest of the batter into regular size cupcake papers, and they worked out great, and they cooked for about 18 minutes. Now this is the ultimate game time finger food. Wings. Easy as pie. Let me show you. I've got a sheet pan that I'm going to spray real good, because I don't want them sticking. So set that over here to the side. So to mix up our coating, I'm going to put 1 cup of flour, and this is actually gluten-free flour, and it works fine. Put that in there. We're going to add a little bit of salt, teaspoon or so. About the same of pepper. And these are not going to be terribly spicy. We like the flavor, but we don't like the heat. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. That'll give them great flavor. And we're putting in 3 tablespoons of paprika. I just love the smell of paprika. And that's going to give them some excellent flavor. But that'll love the heat too. Alright, let's combine all this up real good. And then I've got the little drumlets. They don't have the wing part on them. They don't have the flappy part. Drumlets, I think is what they're called. And I think there's 15 or 16 that are in this package. Put them in our bag. There. Squeeze a little bit of the air out. Seal it up. Shake them up. Turn them round and round and round. Yay. Alright. Down on our pan. Got them off. Alright, put these in the oven, and they're going to cook at 425 for about 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, we'll flip them over so the other side will get a little crispy, and cook them for another 15 minutes, and they'll be good to go. Now once we get all that good food eaten, we're going to need a little something to drink. So we're going to make a sweet tea cherry limeade. Ready? Here we go. I have 8 cups of tea. And I made this with 8 cups of water and 6 tea bags. Brought it to a boil, and then I let it steep for about 30 minutes. So we're going to add to that 1/4 cup of sugar. And I think I'm going to put it all in my big pitcher to make it easier. Yeah. Maybe not. 1/4 cup of sugar. It's a little wet, but it's going to get wet anyway. Let's get a paper towel. Okay. Clean up our mess as we go. Alright. There is a trash can here. I'm not just throwing it on the floor. Okay. So we have the juice that came out of this package, and it's pretty intense. Now you can substitute this with a cup of cherry juice, but we don't drink the rest of the juice out of a bottle, so I just use this. So we got that, and we've got 1 thing of limeade that has been thawed. And that's it. Now we get ready to serve this. We'll put some cherries in our glass. We're going to add some limes, some ice. It's going to be good. Now everyone knows you can't have wings without ranch and celery. Okay, we're going to do that too. But I'm also going to add some hummus to my little tray here. I love to snack on hummus. And this is the roasted red pepper hummus. Just going to mix it up good. Put it in a little cup. And that way I can dip it out and eat it with my carrots and celery. And maybe a cracker or 2 along the way. Now, after all this work, it is game time, and I am ready. Gonna make myself some tea. Have a couple cherries. Piece of lime. We're gonna eat out of these cute little trays. How fun are those? I'm gonna try jalapeno popper. Take some wings. Add a little sauce. Couple pieces of celery. Carrot. some hummus. And that is game day goodness. Hope you'll give it a try. Go team!